You're listening to a 3CR podcast created in the studios of independent community radio station 3CR in Melbourne, Australia. For more information, go to allthews.3cr.org.au.
We're putting up new buildings, we're knocking down the old. We're working in the summer heat and in the winter cold. And the labour power we sell, me boys, for a hard and weekly pay produces mighty profits for the greedy MBA. And whether we were born here or born in Italy, in Greece, in Spain or Ireland, in England or Fiji, we all of us are workers, united we must stand, until the wealthy bludgers have been driven from our land. We faced deregistration, it backfired in the face. We're not fooled by arbitration, we won't stay in our place. We hit the bosses hard and fast to win and keep our gains, and break a couple of concrete pours to back our log of claims. So keep your powder dry and hold your head up high. It's class to class and face to face, our limit is the sky. We've got a fighting history and we never will be cowed. Our builders' labour is a name to make a man feel proud.
And it's good morning from the Concrete Gang, a bright-eyed, bushy-tailed and a little understaffed this morning. Must be a shutdown weekend of sorts. Good morning, Campo. Good morning, Gorilla.
Good morning, Warren. Good morning, Campo. Good to see you back in after a couple of clipping a couple of hurdles along the way, mate.
Bit of self-isolation, mate, there for a couple of weeks.
You couldn't even find your way to the office with GPS.
And then you tried getting the coronavirus with a Croatian cordial.
Oh, Croatian cordial. I think I found the cure.
You're like our little test monkey, mate. We throw you out in these things and just try and check things out, mate. And
the old Croatian cordial sorts the men from the boys, that stuff.
I reckon it'd kill a brown dog. Didn't kill you.
Anyway.
And we've had where's Loose Lips?
Well, no Loose Lips, no Goanna.
Jeez.
And Buzz is a thing of the past.
Don't even bring up his name now.
Righto, moving right along. We've got to say that this week, of course, is Anzac Day this weekend. The show's been recorded on Friday, going out on Sunday morning, and tomorrow, Saturday, is Anzac Day. It's going to be a little bit different.
No, tomorrow's not Saturday.
This is Sunday.
You've confused them.
I've confused them. I said that we were recording this on Friday.
Yeah.
So tomorrow is Saturday.
And you're
going to hear this on Sunday. Yeah.
And
there you go.
And then you said?
And then we said Anzac Day was a little bit different from what we normally experience.
I had the best Anzac Day ever. Yesterday had a win. Zara Rakas got a goal at the last minute. Bang.
Oh, yeah. Me and Derek were supposed to get $9,000, but that's another story. But anyway.
Not to worry. Now, Anzac Day does lead us to what about tomorrow, Monday, the 27th. And people have been arguing the toss about it, but it is a substitute public holiday. So if, heaven forbid, the boss asks you to work and has some work for you, it will be double time and a half. And then, of course, Tuesday is the RDO.
Yeah.
Which is International Workers' Day morning.
Yes.
Okay, and there's another little red herring crept in. We've heard, and we know who they are, we'll be checking, that some bosses are telling the blokes that they will be getting Monday off, but they'll be taking annual leave.
No way.
Well, that's what I've heard, and we know who the companies are, so if they try it, we'll be right there to meet them. How low is that? Like Anzac Day, a day of remembrance for our fallen soldiers and all that, and all that stuff going on. Where's all the goodwill gone? Mate, where has it gone, mate?
Some companies want people to come in on the Saturday and not start work till 1 o'clock after the... I'm like,
illegal.
What is the point of that?
Oh, you know what it is, you know. the sky's going to fall in. They're behind. Life's so hard.
Well, I've got to say, to their credit, a number of the infrastructure jobs have shut down for Anzac Day itself. They will be working...
Well, that's good, because one of them's right next door to the Anzac Memorial.
Correct, and they will not be working. And there will be people who will be working on the Monday because they're on continuous shift work, which is what they've actually done, which is different. They have agreed to actually interrupt continuous shift work on the tunnelling machines for the Saturday, which is a damn fine thing to do. But there are a few other people who are trying it on, as the gorilla said, and get them to the office on Tuesday. The office will be open. Ring in and give them up. There's nothing wrong with giving up grubs.
Yeah, I mean,
Right on. Now, we also should mention at this point that the ticket renewal is well and truly underway, and we have over 20,000 members already renewed as of last week. So,
Best ticket in town.
Best ticket in town, and it is tax deductible. Righto. I'm sure there will be people who will be a bit slow, but we need to remind everyone the industry is open. We are working under difficulty, but it is open, and the economy of Victoria, let's be honest, depends on it. So your standard of living, what happens with your lifestyle is dependent on the industry staying open and Victoria keeping functioning, because in plenty of other states there is very little happening already. Some of the piling companies and some of the people that do the early works on sites are already bringing their people in from Queensland and New South Wales, their long-termers, because there ain't no work up there. They've got to bring them to Victoria, because it's the only place that's really working.
Actually, this morning I did a quick look at the paper. I was picking up a coffee. I think they've... I hope I haven't got this wrong, but I think they've announced another high-rise buildings can be higher than 108 already. 108 hasn't actually finished. They've got one. They're going to start another one. It's going to be higher.
Wouldn't you be dirty if you're the developer there?
Oh, wouldn't you be filthy?
You'd want it for a month, wouldn't you?
You haven't even topped off, and someone's announced theirs is going to be higher. Oh, happy days. I hope the duel goes on forever.
Well, there is obviously going to be some kind of economic consequence coming out of the COVID-19 pandemic, but...
Which we predicted about a month ago, yeah.
But in Victoria, we're holding their own, and the Andrews government are doing a good job. And I think that we just got to get through a few more weeks yet, and the pressure will come off. But we have done a top job, and there will be some extra things that are going to be done just to make sure that people are safe. And one of those is that the Incolink health bus is going to be set up to do coronavirus testing with results in 20 minutes. So once there is an issue identified on site, the bus can be directed there, and people who think that they may have been exposed can be tested. So that's all going to be happening over the next few weeks.
Well, one point there, Warren. I mean, you had it out the front checking all the organisers one day. You had it parked on an angle. The doctor was checking my blood pressure, and his chair took off. Thought he tore my arm off. Make sure you level it off, mate, when you get it going, mate. Bit of health and safety, please.
I don't know, the petty complaints that come in from the star of this show, I don't know.
Self-proclaimed.
Self-proclaimed. Righto. So the membership is happening. Industry is still going on. We are working safe, but let's say there's a whole lot of grubby people out there trying on a whole lot of shit. And one of the things that is definitely subject to being highlighted is JobKeeper. There is an absolute rort going on.
Predicted here again.
Predicted here on the Concrete Gang. It's now all over television. People are getting told, you've been stood down, you want to be back on the job, you're going to give us part of the $1,500 back. And you're not coming to get your normal hours, you're going to get something less. And all this sort of shit that's going on, it is a very, very wrought, fucking prone, problem. Very untidy.
untidy.
Good choice. Untidy problem, and it's going to get worse, and people will be ripped off everywhere. And as we said last week, 24 hours notice to change your agreement, and whoever turns up for the vote will actually make the decision, and it'll take, even the organiser meeting 24 hours, and we are going to have not only that, but our good friend Christian Porter has also indicated that the integrity legislation and all the other anti-union legislation will be going straight back on the agenda as soon as the coronavirus problem is over.
After we've kept their industry going and trying to stem the damage from all this financial dramas we're going to have with the corona, we were absolute legends a couple of weeks ago, weren't we? We were what would they call us? We were
You're the one telling the story. Look at me.
Well, listen, mate, not here for
Essential
good,
services. That's
not
what
here
we
for
are,
good
mate.
looks. That's exactly right. Essential services. So that was 2 weeks ago. Now what are we now? Back to the old shit card as we were 12 months ago, is it?
It sounds awfully like it, but
Essential services for 1 week.
it might remind the ACTU that you can sit down and talk to them, and they'll pat you on the shoulder and tell you you're a good fella, but guess what? You don't have to know too much about the Morrison government to know that they hate unions, and it all is a fraud.
Even in peacetime, your enemy is your enemy.
Yeah, that's right. Very good.
But you got to, with the big worry thing about this corona stuff, all this legislation they're pushing through, these powers they've got at the moment, when are they going to roll them back, and if they're going to roll them back, and what they bring in today, is it going to stay there? Like the 24 hours to change an agreement. Legally, you can't enter a job as an official unless you give 24 hours. So how can I go in there and argue if they're changing the agreement within that 24 hours?
Because when you go in, your 24 hours is up.
It's up. So you're done before you're done. So it's only a rule that those who make the rules
I don't think they understand.
hold the goal.
Oh, it's a joke.
Righto, we might cut to a track.
What have we got?
What have we got?
What have we
You
got?
picked it.
I said Popes.
I think Pogues is a very good choice.
Waltzing Matilda.
Well done.
And then the free life of a rover from a Murray's green basin to the dusty outback. It was my Matilda all over. Then in 1915, my country said, son, it's time to stop rambling, there's work to be done. Still he gave me a tent and he gave me a gun, and they sent me away to the war. And the band played Waltz in Matilda as we sailed out of Circular Arcade. And amidst all the tears, the shouts and the cheers, we set off for Gallipoli. Oh, will I remember that terrible day when the blood stained the sand and the water, and how in the hell that they called Seville Bay we were butchered like lambs to the slaughter. Johnny Turk, he was say my old comrades, how proudly they march, reliving the dreams of past glory. I say the old man, all twisted and torn, the forgotten heroes of the forgotten war. And the young people ask me what are they marching for, and I ask myself the same question. And a band plays once in Matilda, and the old man still answers the call. But year after year, their numbers get fewer, so they no one will march there at all. Once in Matilda, once in Matilda, oh, go once in Matilda with me.
Righto, we're back, the Pogues.
That's the best song ever, that.
Yep, it's great
Yeah,
song.
it was a bit of a challenge on your position as musical director. The old Campo, mate, he's coming out, mate. As long as you keep him off that Croatian coil, he might be a chance of knocking you off one of your jobs,
If you
mate.
get me on that, I'll start singing myself.
That'll fix it. That'll fix up the musical directorship straight away. Righto, let's keep talking because there is a fair few scallywags and so on to discuss in due course. But in terms of where we are with Incolink and genuine redundancies, the system is fully operational. Anyone who was made genuinely redundant in the last few weeks and took the advice and did not make a claim can now make their claim. There is no problem with a belated claim. So that's all been fixed. Obviously, there were some people who got their noses out of joint, but as we need to remind you, we're in the process of changing the system so that everyone got access to genuine redundancy and equally everyone got access to severance. The propaganda's going out from Incolink. If you have been made genuinely redundant, get onto Incolink and make your claim now.
And going forth, there's not two funds, is it?
No, it's one account.
So you don't have to fill out the form every time you start a job.
And all the problems that occurred where if you decided to quit, you couldn't get anything because you're only in a GR8, that all finishes. And equally too, if you were in a severance fund and you were made genuinely redundant, then you couldn't claim the genuine redundancy. Now it's all one account, it's the redundancy account, and it allows you to do the best of both accounts.
When you finish up, it goes on how you finished.
That's it. Righto. Now, there's been a few people playing up,
Yep.
and they seem to be in the precast area.
Oh, plenty there. That Peligra,
Peligra, absolute disgrace.
that smoko shed is the worst smoko shed I've ever seen in history. If you go on our Facebook,
Oh, that's a big call.
Well, I got to tell you, I've seen a few of those amenities, and I used to think that the worst was Conrock out in North Coburg. The one and only Sam the Sham and his absolute shambles of a business out there next to the Coburg Drive-In, I would have said that that was the worst lunch sheds I've ever seen, and it was, I think, probably a year's work before everything got fixed. But Peligra, leave him for dead. Sam Sedgman, you're a second-rater.
and the organisers in those areas are doing a great job too. I'll give them a shout out.
Yeah. And we should also give a shout out to the members at Melbourne Precast because they have absolutely been copping it from the boss, Tom, who has not only sacked the health and safety rep for doing his job, and nothing extraordinary either, just basic stuff. And then when we complained about that and demanded he be reinstated, he then decided to sack the shop steward.
As you do.
And then to try and cover his tracks, he decided to sack a few more people. Anyone who had opened their gob, they got sacked. And now it's all going to the federal court. It's going to be a big court case, and he's tried every slippery way to get out of things. He's whinged and complained and all sorts of things. He even went to the federal court and complained that why did he have to pay for a lawyer? Well, mate, you chose this course of action, so this is what the consequences are. So cheerio to all the members out there at Melbourne Precast who are battling on regardless, and to the delegates, or the delegate and the health and safety rep, keep your chins up, boys. We are going to fight this out for you. Righto. We got any other scallywags we should mention?
Who we got?
Well, Arc 3 had a sook up that they got named on the concrete gang.
Bill Corp.
Otherwise known as Bill Corp, yes.
They should be used to it by now.
Just the Scotch. What other? The Scotch.
The Scotch College Garden. I don't. Is he out there? I think.
No, he's not yet.
But let's go on. I said he's got his fingerprints over all. Everything that goes a bit dodgy, he's involved in it. But yeah, they've had a history of being nominated for the Concrete Gang Awards. But there's also a lot of them whinging during the week. There's a few blokes whinging for Medco that have been mentioned and all that. And a few blokes changing teams. But I'd like to know I'd like to know how many bosses actually listen to this show, because I reckon they must get a pay rise if they get shit canned on the Concrete Gang. What do you reckon, Warren?
Mate, I'm hearing this. Certain bosses have got people they make listen to the show to make sure they're not mentioned.
They make them listen to it, do they?
Well, I'm hearing the Icon family of companies have listeners.
Do they?
Gee, that's been the worst job you've ever got.
Cheerio to Michael Clemenger.
And Lou.
Oh, Lou.
I'll tell you what, he'd whinge if he tripped over a gold nugget, that Lou, wouldn't he? Eh?
Oh. Yeah, the scuffy shoes. Righto, so there's a few people having a whinge around town.
Who else?
Well, I am told that the Green Left Weekly's having a big whinge about us too.
Yeah, what have we done wrong?
Oh, apparently we've kept the industry open and the sky's going to fall and everyone's going to die of coronavirus.
And we're all bad and we're all doing this and we're doing that. You know, it's easy to have a whinge when we get results and people that have a whinge don't.
There's an awful lot of people out there on the dole queue who are not enjoying the whole process and must be looking at the industry and going, how the hell can you keep going? Well, we keep going because we are organised, because we are doing the job safely, and we are making sure that people are involved in the decisions that get made on site. That's what the difference is.
One thing they've got to realise, we're not doing this on our own. We're conferring with the Chief Medical Officer on a daily basis to make sure everything's being done according to all the laws and rules, and when there's any red herrings propping up or whatever. And so it's done all 100% legit and checked out and all that. And if there's anything they don't like, we fix it. And so far, touch wood, so good. So it's not as if we just said, it's all back to work. There's been a lot of things changing in the workplace, and the organisers, you'd have to give them a good shout out too. They've done a great job going out organising on the jobs and making sure all this separation rules are enforced, and the amenities and the toilets and the sheds are all being cleaned properly 4 or 5 times a day, and all the buttons and handles and that have been wiped down. It's a massive, it's not a massive job. So shout out to the organisers making that happen on all the jobs around town, and hopefully no one catches. I hope we keep going. And
as more new information comes out, we change. You know what I mean? And we've had a problem, and if any member's got a problem, just let the union know, and we go out there and we've checked it. I know personally some jobs are going home in my area because they weren't playing the game, and that's what it is at the time, you know. But we're getting through it.
Righto. Any other nominations for scallywags? I've got Monaco Hickey. Though I'm never sure whether Monaco Hickey's a scallywag or a sook.
They're both. Oh, please, Pat.
Pat.
Please. Reinvent the wheel, Patrick.
I'd sooner have battery terminals connected with me testicles and have a meeting with that bloke, I'll tell you. Oh,
trying to
my
bring
God.
people in on the shutdown.
Oh,
Please.
You did the
Bloody
lot.
big.
Did the
Sparkies.
lot. Righto.
Oh.
Now, also, I've got a nomination for CPB.
No.
Yeah, they've got a new agreement to cover major roadworks, and guess who signed it and changed the name of Picnic Day to Mental Health Day.
Ball.
Yeah,
You're
the AWU, they have got a mental health problem. I always say if the AWU didn't exist, the bosses would invent them.
I've heard they've been in self-isolation since '84.
It would, if they were in permanent isolation, it would do the world a favour. Anyway, they're a nomination. Obviously, Pelligra and Melbourne Precast. We got any others?
I don't know. Who else has been playing up?
Well, I was hoping that you might have a few suggestions, boys.
Well, there's been a bit of sooking. I mean, you know, like when you catch up with bosses you haven't seen for a while, and we heard you mention this and mention that. Well, that's what we do. I mean, if you don't like it, bad luck. We're not here to keep you blokes happy, but if you want to keep listening, don't sook. And if you don't like being mentioned, do the right thing.
Correct. Righto, who are we going to go with for Scallywag?
Scallywag.
I reckon Pelligra is a disgrace, but in terms of taking action against workers, Melbourne's a bit hard to beat.
Yeah, Melbourne Precast.
Yeah, Melbourne.
Melbourne Precast,
Yeah, we'll go with that, yeah.
definitely
And
winners.
he's a good shop steward too.
And and well done to the organisers who had the ABCC and the cops and everyone called on them for doing the job and doing it in accordance with. But never mind, we will deal with that in the federal court. Now, Suki Lala.
Oh, list of thousands.
There is a list of thousands.
It seems the old perennials, isn't it? The old usuals, you know, like, who we got? We got Dario from the, Dario's now with
Adco.
gone from Hayes at Adco. He's had a bit of a whinge. We've got, who else we got?
The Scotch College Carpenters at Arc 3.
Yeah, well, he's, you know.
Everyone blamed Ashley 11, but ever since Ashley 11's left, Bill Corb's gone down.
The
They've
straw.
dropped. They have dropped.
The special cheerleader, old mate Ashley, listens to the
Bloody
show too. He's now with
Yeah.
Wolf. Good on you, Ash.
Oh!
That wasn't a wolf, mate. That was like,
Oh!
that was like a chihuahua.
Someone hasn't taken their meds
Well,
today.
talking about wolf dogs, the old bit of Dash is coming back after his injuries too.
Oh,
Stay tuned.
We'll come to that. Well, let's just deal with Suki Lala.
Oh, sorry, mate. Yeah.
We got Dars, we got Arc 3.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to throw our good mates from Icon in again.
Again?
Because they are doing it on a industrial basis, I reckon. Anyone else?
Nah, well, that's
No.
about it.
Who are we going with?
I'm going with Bill Corb. Look,
Okay, Arc 3.
Arc 3.
You sucked up about being called Suki Lalas, or you win that again. The Michael Clemenger Award's certainly going to get changed.
or is it the new Lou Ronick Award?
Yeah, well, that's correct too. Righto.
Suki Lala.
We've got the Suki Lala, Arc 3.
Yeah, and the
And the winner of the Scallywag of the Week is Tom and Melbourne Precast. See you in the federal court, Tom.
Yeah, good luck.
Now, the dog. Woof woof.
Oh yes. Well, stay tuned. Bit of Dash after a great winning couple of performances, injured himself. We've travelled him all over the world, getting the greatest veterinary help he can. So next time you see him running,
He ran into the
he'll be able to win it running backwards, I think. But anyway, so he'll be up and about in a couple of weeks. So we'll keep you up at what's going on, and more money to jump in our pockets. So stay tuned. But we'll go the same old way.
Dare to struggle, dare to win. If you don't fight,
You lose.
Good morning from the Concrete Gang. Enjoy your Anzac Day substitute holiday and your RDO on Tuesday.
And International Workers Union.
Yes, indeed.
You've been listening to a 3CR podcast produced in the studios of independent community radio station 3CR in Melbourne, Australia. For more information, go to allthews.3cr.org.au.